What's going on, everyone? Welcome finally. I know this is 2 weeks late. To the my KDA Season 2 team analysis. We are coming off winning Season 1, so there's big expectations on us, on me, to do well this season. We're gonna see. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone a bit this season. I'm trying something new. First of all, thank you for all the support on Season 1, both video-wise and actually the season as a whole. Thank you guys so much for your support. Really appreciate it, and that's why we're here for Season 2. Yeah, once again, apologies for this being 2 weeks late. I have been just extremely busy with uni and work. Between the two of them, I have barely had time to record anything. And making the slideshows, making the slideshow for this takes a bit. And just trying to find time to do it was hard. Found time to do it today. Currently just taking a break from studying and recording this. So yeah. This season, we decided to allow mini Ubers. So, not full Ubers, mini Ubers. Yeah, so, like, I think the strongest thing we allowed was, like, Giratina Origin, Chiron Blackwood Dragon Dance allowed, Flutter Mains allowed, a few things. You're not going to see anything past, like, the Megalates, or like Dialga Origin. I think really stronger than those, because I just wanted to switch it up just a bit. And yeah, so we got second spot. I think last season we got like fourth, so we got second seat this season, which is really good because I had my eyes on one mon in particular to grab, which is great. Another thing is that the mons in between 18 and 21, you're allowed to grab 2 mons from between those 4 tiers, so 18, 19, 20, 21 points, and they the 2 mons you grab have to add up to 39 points in total. So you can't grab 2 21s, you can't grab a 21 and a 19. You have to grab a 21 and an 18, a 20 and an 18 or 19, so on and so forth. And then from 17 down, you can grab whatever you want. It was just to balance out so no one just goes full like power Uber this season. Yeah, just want to try something different. So as I mentioned, we got second draft seat, and I really had my eyes on a couple mods. One was one of the Megalates, another was Giratina Origin, and the third was in fact Flutter Main. Flutter Main is our team captain this week. This league. I really wasn't fussed on what I got, really. Flutter Main was 21 points, so it means we could only grab an 18 point, to, like, if we wanted. As you can see, this thing is a menace. This thing hits like a fucking truck. It gives us 3 immunities, super important already. 135 speed, 135 speed, 135 special attack. Specs, like, nothing really wants to switch into like a Specs Moonblast or Shadow Ball. It's Freya on the defensive side and HP is 55, as you can see. Alright, this thing is here to break. This thing is here to break walls. It is here to allow us to get further ahead in the game. Um, like, there's a calc against Ting Lu where it does like 80 or 90% max to fully spadef Ting Lu. So it's just like, ooh, which is really good for us. But yeah, really want to use this. I think Joe regrets getting me get this because Joe was first slot and I told him I wanted Flutter. Sorry guys, I'm having a coughing fit. I told him I wanted Flutter. He let me get it, but once he saw my final team, he regrets letting me get Flutter. So moving on, I really had a core I really wanted to get immediately, and that was Flutter main with Great Tusk, Mega Scizor, or Latios. All three got sniped by the time it got back to me. So I was just like, well, can't get that. So I had a look and nothing really appealed to me in the 18-point tier that was left at the time. Like my friend Adolphin Hurler took Tornadus Therian, and that was the last one I wanted out of the 18-point tier. So spoilers, I just decided to pick from 17 points and below. So I was looking, and I was trying to find a good partner for Flutter main. And lo and behold, this mon is always a great mon to grab, and that is King Gambit. This mon just wins games on its own. If you can make the right calls, this mon just wins games. 135 attack, 120 defense, like, it has what, like 9 resist, 2 immunities. Like, this mon is great. Obviously it's slow as all dog, but doesn't that doesn't really matter when you have access to Sucker Punch. This thing is a great AV user as well. It's a great mon to pair with Flutter, as well. I just really like the pairing of this and Flutter main. And this gives me my almost 2 cores completed. Cores are not really essential, but they're just nice to look at. So moving on, as I mentioned before, I wanted Tusk. That didn't work out. So I was looking, I'm like, I need a dragon and I want a dragon early, and I really want an offensive dragon. That was my goal, was to get offense early on, and then my goal was kind of hyper offense, I guess, is the way to put it for this team. But as I said, I'm recording this after the first 2 weeks of battles, and I've already made changes to the team. So, breaking the fourth wall. So I really wanted an offensive dragon, and if you guys see my next pick, you understand why I've picked this and where the team is going from here. So up next we got Walking Wake. 109 speed, 125 special attack. Great mon. I've wanted to use this for ages in draft. Haven't been able to use it. This thing now gets access to Flip Turn as well. So it gets momentum, our first momentum user on the team, which is great. This thing can take a bit of a few hits. Potentially 1 or 2. If I want to run it bulky, but 9 times out of 10 I'll be running it offensively. Yeah, this one is just great. There's a reason why it is arguably the second best mon for the out of the trio of Gorging Fire, Walking Wake, and Raging Bolt. Arguably, haven't had the chance to use Gorging Fire. I've used Raging Bolt barely. Spoilers on that. But yeah, I'm excited to use this. Gives us our water type, gives us our dragon type as well. Completes our fairy, steel, dragon core, which is great. Or Fluttermane, Walking Away, Gambit, which is really nice and scary to look at the same time. And yeah, moving on. If you guys haven't already guessed what this team, what the root of this team is, you'll know immediately from this next pick. That pick is Ninetales. Yes, we're doing a Sun team this season. I wanted to try Sun. I've tried Sand. I say I've tried Sand. I had a Hippowdon and a Drakazult in MPA Season 8, so it's not really a Sand team. More of a Sand duo, but we're going with a Sun team this season. Now, you may be wondering why I've gone Ninetales over Torkoal. One was to save some points. I wanted to save points a little early on in the draft. And the second, I've got some plans for Ninetales. Shout out to Chandy for teaching me these tricks with Ninetales. Not going to show them here. I'm not going to say them here. But I've got some tricks for Ninetales that Torkoal can't do. Yes, it means we don't have access to Rapid Spin, but we also just have a mon that's base 100 speed. Which helps us with our speed tiers. This thing is, like, it's not really offensive. It's here to set up stun, it's here to click Will-O-Wisp, it's here to do a few things. Just help support the rest of my stun mons, because Fluttermane and Walking Wake both have photosynthesis. And yeah. Moving on. Our fourth commander, so our fifth overall pick. I believe I wanted to secure my Mega next. I hope so. I hope it's my Mega next. I believe I wanted to secure my Mega next, and I was looking at what Mega benefits in Sun. Like, Mega Houndoom is the obvious one, but I don't really want to do Mega Houndoom with Ninetales and another one I have down the line on the team. So I was looking, and one Mega really, like, stood out to me, and that is Mega Pidgeot. You may be wondering why. So the move Hurricane, it's already a 70% accurate move. I believe it goes down to 50 in Sun. I could be wrong on that, but I know its accuracy is lowered in Sun. Hurricane is, which is Pidgeot's best move. But because it has no guard, Hurricane will always hit in Sun. So Mega Pidgeot in Sun is really good for us. It gives us another special attacker. And yes, I know 4 out of the 5 mons are special attackers at the moment. Not the greatest, but we balling. We're trying something new, right? I don't want to go the basic route of, like, oh hey, here's let me use the exact same team that I used last season to win. Don't want to do that. So we're branching out, we're trying something new, we're dipping into new Megas that I haven't used before in draft. Mega Pidgeot, it does things well, it hits like a truck, doesn't miss. Another momentum on with U-turn, recovery and roost, hurricane, boosted heat waves and sun as well. Gives us our ground and a ghost immunity, which are both very important on the team, especially ground. And yeah, I just thought that the Turkey Bird Mega Pidgeot was a great fit for the team. Moving on, I wanted to secure my first Terra one. And if you guys watched Season 1 of KDA, you guys know that we had Thickums, our Mega Venusaur, on the team. which carried us through a few games alongside KDA. Want to use KDA again, but not on the Sun team. Doesn't really work on the Sun team. So what better yet to bring Thickums back to the fold, but as Terra Venusaur instead. If you guys haven't figured out, Venusaur is my favorite Kanto starter. This thing is just great. I love it a lot. This thing can be run both physically and specially. Growth in Sand gives us +2 in attack and +2 in special attack instead of +1. We get Chlorophyll to double our speed. And with Terra, we can kind of freely set up on a few things. If we guess correctly what Terra type we need. But if not prepped for, well, this thing can just sweep teams. Or do a shit ton of damage where Flutter Mane or Kingambit can come in and win. So this thing, as you can see, is mainly special, but can be run physical as well. You'll be seeing some physical sets this season, especially because I have four special attackers already. But yeah, wanted to bring a Season 1 veteran back on the team, but as its base form and as our main Terra captain. Moving on. I got to get this right. Yes, I wanted a spinner. I wanted a bulky spinner that can also be physically offensive as well. And I was looking, and I really wanted like another bulky option as well. And that is Hitmontop. As you can see, 95 defense, 110 special defense, 50 HP is bad, obviously. This thing gets access to spin, it gets technician, so we can run like Mock Punch, Fake Out, Bullet Punch. This thing gets priority out the wazoo. Obviously, its main goal when it comes to matches is to spin away hazards and just to chip things down. Obviously, this is not going to be a win con. It's just here to help support the team, keep hazards off the field. A really like basic pick, if to say the least. But it also feels a little clunky on the Sun team, but also not, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Hitmontop's here. It's great, another great AV user as well. And yeah, just spins. Up next, when I tell you we got sniped like a motherfucker, we got sniped hard. My next pick was gonna be Raging Bolt, and then it was like round 7 or 8 when Fatty sniped Raging Bolt for me. In my eyes, when we were drafting, I saw Raging Bolt was not going at all. Not at all. And like, when I went to pick Hitmontop, I was like, do I pick Raging Bolt here or do I pick Hitmontop? I decided with Hitmontop to guarantee my spinner. Fatty man. I'm so upset about Raging Bolt. He sniped Raging Bolt like, it was round 7, yeah. I'm just like, motherfucker. I thought that it lasted this long, it would last when it came back up to me. But nope. Raging Bolt got sniped, and then I wanted Mesprit. As I had a bit of a ground weakness, and I needed one that was off the ground that could help me. And then Daddy Dark Aura sniped that from me. Later on he dropped it in Grace, but we didn't pick it up. That's because I found a better option. I don't want to say a better option, but a mon that helps us in the same way that Mesprit does. And that is Bronzong. So Bronzong has 2 abilities in Levitate and Heatproof. The last ability doesn't matter. 2 abilities that help us a lot. So we had a ground weakness, we have Levitate. If we see like a big fire, like a scary one with fire, we can run Heatproof. This thing gets rocks. This thing can sweep with iron defense, body press. Obviously can be defensive with toxic stealth rock. It's a rocker. It means Gambit doesn't have to run on rocks. Also gets rest, longevity. This thing is really good. I've seen a lot of people use it, and a lot of people use it well. I'm hoping to join that club. I'm a big fan of Ronzong, like just in game in Pokemon games usually anyway. So I'm excited to use this. It's just a bell, really. Another defensive option, which is what the team needed. It needed another defensive backbone. As you can see, has a lot of resistances, has 2 immunities. Great fit for the team. Better than Mesprit here because of what Bronzong offers with its typing and the 2 abilities it has. Up next, we have Sandy Shocks. Now, I'll be honest, these last 3 picks was during the time where I was heavily focused on uni. That's the whole of this draft was. But these last 3 picks, I kind of was just like, hey, it fits on the team, why not? Well, 2 of them are, and then 1 was a meme pick. So we have Sandy Shocks here. Another one that helps us in Sun. Great offensively, 101 speed. Not the speed tier that I need. Preferably on the team because we have Wake at 109 and Ninetales on 100, so it doesn't really matter. This thing, once again, breaks walls, gives spikes. Gives us an electric type with Volt Switch, another momentum on. Sucks that my ground type is also on my electric type. So that's a downfall of this one. I do really want to use Sandy Shocks, but it may we'll see. I'll just say we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, it's just another Mon and Sun. That's why I was with 2 of these last picks. I'm like, I just need a couple ones. I just wanted a couple more ones in Sun. I wasn't really focused on these last few picks. As I mentioned, I wanted Raging Bolt here instead of Sandy Shocks, and I would have gotten like a 4-point ground type as my other Terra, but we ball with what we get given. So up next was the meme pick, because I knew this other Mon wasn't going to get taken. And it's a Goofy Burb. The Goofy Burb is here, and that is Cramorant. Surprisingly, I really do like this Goofy Burb. Has a great ability in Gulp Missile. It's a great Scarfer. Can hit decently hard. Decent with Terra as well. Gets rid of its electric weakness. It's another one off the ground. I had a big ground weakness, especially picking up shocks as well. But yeah, it's just a Goofy Burb. I've used it before in Draft League. I actually did a bit of work before I had to drop that league. I got like 3 kills as a Scarfed Cramorant. But once again, it doesn't really fit on a Sun team. Like with Terra, it kind of does, but yeah, doesn't really fit on a Sun team. I just picked it for the meme, really. But yeah, our last Mon, I kind of regret picking up, and I should have switched it in Grace. And that is Scovillain. Now, in hindsight, I should have realized that Scovillain and Venusaur do the exact same thing. It's just that Venusaur is faster and bulkier. Scovillain is more offensive. But I wanted to pick up Scovillain because I've never seen Scovillain been used in draft before. So that was the reason why I picked it up. It's another chlorophyll one. I should have dropped it in Grace. Didn't do that. But yeah, I just wanted to use it. Wanted to see it used in draft. But yeah, it does the exact same thing as Venusaur. So spoilers. I did drop this in transactions. My transactions are active for week 3, this coming week, or this week. When this video goes up, it will be this week. So yeah, this is the team. As you can see, no overwhelming weaknesses. Obviously got to be careful. Ground, flying, psychic, rock. Yeah, as you can see, there's no overwhelming weaknesses, but we don't have resistances for 6 types. My speed tiers are pretty good, honestly. Like my speed tiers a lot. My momentum lacks a shit ton. Obviously my hazard removal was great. Well, not great. It's good. But yeah, just team, guys. I would say let me know what you think, but I have already made transactions. You'll see them in the next couple videos. Within the next couple videos, I've got to upload week 1 and week 2 first. But yeah, until next time, guys. Stay safe, be yourself, and peace.